Hi everybody and welcome back to the Knitting Eilets Podcast. This is episode 8, the first episode of the year 2024. I really, first of all, wish you all a very good and happy new year. I hope you will have a wonderful 2024 with a lot of fulfillment, health, luck and just happy moments to make your memories. I was not well before Christmas. I got a flu or something. You can still hear it a bit on my voice again. So yeah, I had a bit of fever and then I had the sinusitis, so it went into my caves you have there in the face. I don't know how to say that in English. And in the end, I almost had an infection in the eye, which is why I'm not wearing any makeup today, or eye makeup especially, because I'm still letting it fully recover. So that's why I might look a little bit tired, a little bit not as perfect and cover-like, or if I ever look like this as usual. I'm filming with my new little ring light, which I can clip on top of my laptop, because outside, and guys, it's 12 in the afternoon, outside it is dark and raining and windy and just very uncozy. So I really am happy that I'm able to snuggle up at home and doing this podcast. Second, after wishing you a happy new year, I really want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. We are now a bit over 100 subscribers, which is just incredible for me. And I still thank all you guys who subscribed from the beginning, who were with me from the start of this podcast. And I hope we can further build this community. So if you see me now and you're not yet subscribed, I would be very happy if you would subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It would really help the channel to just get a bit more attention. I'm really happy about everyone that subscribes to my channel. It's giving me quite a lot actually, and I wouldn't thought it would when I started it. So it's really fun to make this, and I like doing it, and hope you like it too. And let's get started. Let's start with what I'm wearing. I am wearing the Mariechen by Isabell Kraemer. I knitted it with a Sirdar, I don't know how to pronounce that, Sirdar Cashmere Merino Silk DK. I think it's a Rowan yarn brand, and I really like this yarn. It's not itchy. You can see I can wear it with something underneath, but I can wear it without a shawl. I don't mind if it kind of touches my skin. It's okay, it's fine. And it has a very lovely stitch definition. So when I come closer a bit, you can really see all those stitches, the little cables that are in there. I really like how the 1x1 twisted rib looks. It is just, I love the fit of it. It's very nice. I actually did no alterations at all in this one. I think maybe a bit in the sleeve length, but no heavy alterations. I could just knit it as it was written in the pattern. So I really liked the pattern from Isabell Kraemer. I love wearing it. It's a lovely color. I'm not sure about the color name. It was, I think, something with a brown. I really like this one, and it's not too warm. It's a lovely thing to wear inside. I like wearing this in work. It looks nice. I can wear something underneath. It shines through a bit with the color, I like that. This is actually just a home dress shirt, like in this lovely red. And yeah, I put on some wooden buttons. Let me see if I can show you. I bought them and they were quite light wood, and I stained them myself. So yeah, I really like the fit, I really like how it looks. The only thing is it pills quite a lot, as you can see here. It has a lot of pilling going on for it, but it's a sturdy wool. I wear it a lot really, and it's just on the underarms and where I have my rucksack when I wear it for work, when I put it over my shoulder, it's a bit here. So yeah, I can really recommend this wool and the pattern. It's a lovely one. Yeah, it's a bit better. I had to put on the room lights. You can see the lamp in here. I try to be in front of it so it's not distracting, but it's too dark. It's too dark outside. It really is. And it's quite heavy rain today. So let's go to the finished objects. I don't have a lot of objects here to show you because most of them were gift nets. And I'm very happy to report that I managed to finish my dad's sweater. You might have realized, or not realized, you might have seen that on Instagram. I will put a picture here. He's wearing it, he's loving it. He already stated that he might need a second jumper to kind of have a bit of a change. So I told him I need a little gift knitting break and need to do some stuff for myself now, but we can talk about it for next winter, that I might do another sweater for him. I was thinking I really like the stick season sweater on men also, so I might want to make him a stick season sweater if he wants that. I will just quickly tell you, because in episode 7 and I think it's episode 7, I tell you a lot about it. Just in the end, I had to decrease quite a lot on the body because it was really flaring out at the bottom. I had to redo the bottom rib. It was too loose somehow. I had to really decrease some stitches so it's nice and tapered in a bit. I had to lengthen the body a bit more even, so I had to kind of rip back and do it twice. Sleeves turned out perfect from the first go, and I did the sleeves from size XL, I think, because he had size L. And I realized when I knitted my 2 jumpers from the book that the book is the Islandpullover by Wenke Mueller, which I also introduced you in the last Advent special. The sleeves are quite tight in the pattern, so if you knit an M and you make the sleeves for M, the sleeves are quite tight. I did the S or the XS, and the sleeves were quite tight, and the upper arms, they were fine in the underarm section. For him, I did the same because he really said he didn't want it to be tight, so I did him a size L, which was actually a bit big on him, on the lower part of his body. It was fine in the top. And I did size XL and then decreased to size, I did XL sleeves. And this fit him really nicely. I decreased a bit more on the cuff section just to make it a bit more nicer fitting, and it really fits him really well. I will not show you a photo of him wearing it because he doesn't want to be in the internet as this, not in a podcast and everything, so I respect that. I will just put a picture of the finished jumper, and you can just have to believe me that he loves it and wears it and is very happy with it. Then I had a lot of small finished objects. I had 2 mittens, fingerless mitts, which I put here. One was they were both after the North Wind. What am I saying? The Vento del Nord mitts, which I introduced to you in my first Advent special. Quick and easy Christmas gift, or not Christmas, just gift knits. One pair was for my mom with the same wool she has the vests from me. vest number 2 spring edition, something by my favorite things knitwear, and she really likes them. They are good from length. I measured it on my hands, and she has small hands, so they are even longer for her, but it's nice because she has a little bit of joint pain in her fingers sometimes, and she needs them to be warm. The others were for a friend. The friend was quite ill during the holidays, so I haven't given them at that point to her, but I'm sure they will be fine and they will fit fine. I did a little cable thing there on the top, so I improvised something. I also did a lot of the brioche twisted headbands, one for my grandma, one for another friend. I don't have those, I don't have them photographed. Sorry, I totally forgot. It was in a knitting rush somehow. So yeah, you just have to believe me that I did this, and they got it, they love it, all fine. I have 2 finished objects which are actually for me in this time. It's 2 pairs of socks. You've already seen the Acorn socks, and I'm sorry, they are well worn. The Acorn socks, I had finished one in episode 7, and of course I finished the second. I really like those. They are so wonderful. The wool is a bit more brownish than it is with the light now. It's the ring light. It's kind of doing something with the color of the wool. Yeah, it's a bit more true to color here. So yeah, I really love wearing them. The heel is not my favorite also to wear. It's too big for my heel. The short row heel fits a lot nicer on my heel. So next time I will definitely do a short row heel instead of this one. But I love the pattern and I love how they fit, and I really love this double folded cuff up here. And I use that double folded cuff for my other socks. I started them when I was traveling back in November from Genova. I started the socks with a wool I bought from Genova. It's a Sesia yarn. I forgot to take it, so it's a Sesia. Here you can see it, Sesia Dahu. It is 50% wool, 25% alpaca, and 25% acrylic, and it's quite a fluffy yarn. You can actually see it on the sock. It has this kind of a halo, so it looks like I knitted it with a mohair, but I didn't. It's just this wool on my 2.75mm needles, and toe up, as always, really a vanilla sock recipe with a 3x1 rib at the top and a different color. Well, this was the contrast color, and I had a darker brown of the same wool for the main color. I wore them in shoes, so they kind of pill a bit, but that's fine. I did a folded cuff, and I tried to do, can I show you, a picot edge. It's maybe not the most ideal wool to try a picot edge because of the fluff. I mean, it would be much more clearer and nicer on a simple merino wool. But it turned out quite nice on the second sock. Something went wrong on the first one. I'm not sure, but it's not a picot edge. It's something, but yeah, I don't mind. And I really like this double folded rib. I did it exactly as it was written in the Acorn socks pattern. Yeah, I love wearing them. They are warm with the alpaca wool. They are quite a lot warmer than these, and they are very comfy. And with the short row heel, they fit really well. So love these 2 pair of socks, very autumny colors, and I love wearing them. I wear a lot of wool. I almost only wear woolen hand knitted socks at this time. It's so comfy. So let's go to my whips. I only have 2 whips this time. I needed to slow it down a bit. I had a lot of whips during the gift knitting season, and now I wanted to go back to my comfort zone with 2 to 3 whips. And I just explained why I haven't cast on another small whip as I usually have. But let's get to the first whip. The first whip is a old one. It is actually kind of my 2023 knit. I started it in January 2023. And I don't think, and I haven't finished it yet, starting of 2024. So I had a summer break, as I told you once before, and because of the wool. It was just too itchy for me in summer. It is the Yvonne MT shawl, and I have Yarn Chaos. Now, it is huge. So you see the stitch markers there. This one I put at the end of November when I was knitting to it. And I was like, yay, I made it. I made all 8 repeats. Wonderful. Yes, I can go to the final part. And I was like, yeah, it looks a bit smaller than it looked in the video of her in the photos. And I counted the stitches and I was like, why do I have too few stitches? And like not 2, but 14 or 16 or 18 stitches to feel like a lot. And I was like, I went back to the pattern and read again, and it read not do the repeat 8 times. It said do the repeat 8 times more. So 9 repeats in total. So I had to gather the last bit of motivation. It takes so long for this mosaic knitting. I see a lot of mosaic jumpers, and I'm not sure I will sometime soon, in the next few years, do a mosaic project, because it's easy, it's lovely, but it just takes so much time. And I'm now at a point where I have like 25 minutes to go once back and forth in a row. So I'm really fighting this guy now. I want it finished. I want it finished by, if possible, beginning of February, at most end of February. So I want this one before March, before spring. I want this done. And I love the pattern. When I see it, I'm always like, oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. But it's the Go handmade vintage wool, and it's, for me, on the itchier side. It also is almost an unspun wool, and I really have to see that I don't split it, so I always have to watch when I'm knitting, so I don't accidentally split the wool. The yellow part is going faster because all this part, this section here, to the stitch markers, then I just can go right knit stitches. Very easy. And when I go with the brown one, I have to do slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, knit, and it just takes a while. I don't know, I'd rather purl than do slip stitches. I somehow, yeah, I'm a bit over with it, but I really want the finished object. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to having this done and to be able to wear it. And I hope the wool will soften up with a wash. I will put a good amount of, is it conditioner I heard or read, that you can put in some conditioner to soften it up. Yeah, it's my longest whip I've ever had so far. So yeah, I'm over it a bit, but I love it. At the same time, I love it. If I would be really over it, I would just put it aside and say, okay, I wait a year or two and then take it back. But I really want that finished shawl. It's so lovely. Yvonne MT shawl by Natasja Hornby. Lovely pattern, nice pattern, nothing against the pattern. It's my first mosaic knitwear thing I've ever done, and I just underestimated how long it takes to do mosaic knitting. And in a shawl that gets huger and bigger is, yeah, maybe I should have chosen a smaller project to kind of test mosaic knitting. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to having this one. It looks so nice, really. The second whip is, I was looking forward so much on casting this on. It was my reward cast on for finishing my dad's sweater. I was like, no, I'm not starting it while I'm doing my dad's sweater. I will not be finished by Christmas. And it is really an addictive knit. It is the Stick Season Sweater by Rebecca Clow. And I really like it. I'm almost done with the body. I had to lengthen the body quite a bit. She's talking about 22 centimeters from the parting of the arms, and it was above my belly button, so long torso, as you know from another Advent special. So I'm now at, I think, 28 centimeters, and I have to try it on now again and see if this is enough, or if I have to go to 30 and then do a 5 centimeters rip. The yarn is Natasja yarn, New Jersey. I bought it in Genova, and I bought more than I actually calculated I need for my size, which is size 2. But I didn't estimate that I had to add that much of length to the body, so I still have 6 full balls left. Natasja, New Jersey. It's 100% merino wool, and it is soft and squishy. It is just a dream, and I just love the color. It's I think this will be one of my favorite jumpers. I can already tell. It looks so cozy. It feels cozy when I wear it. It's squishy and everything. So, sorry, drifted off there. Back to the yarn. I have 6 balls left. I need to do the arms, and I'm guessing I need to elongate the arms a bit as well. So it's only 85 meters, 82 meters on one ball. So I'm a bit already scared to play that I have to play yarn chicken or even order another 1 or 2 balls of this. I will definitely wait with the bottom ribbing. I will first do the sleeves to the length. And if I have to reorder yarn and it's not exactly the same dye lot, I wouldn't mind having a different dye lot and a slight color difference in the bottom ribbing especially. And I definitely want the same color of the same dye lot on the neck ribbing, because there I think it's very obvious if you have a different color. So I kind of have to piece it together. So I will maybe first do the sleeves, or first do the collar even, and then do the sleeves, and then see if I have enough yarn for all the sleeve and the bottom ribbing. And yeah, hope and pray I have enough yarn, and maybe I do. I had more meters than was suggested in the pattern, because I thought that I might need a bit more for the length, but I'm not sure I calculated enough of this yarn. It's getting eaten up quite fast. It stresses me out quite a lot. And again, I think when I knit faster, I can prevent playing yarn chicken. No, I really love the design. I did a quick steam block of as she suggests in the pattern, as the Kraemer suggests. I really love that detail. I did a bit of a alteration. I elongated this part a bit. I didn't do 7 centimeters, I did 8 centimeters before. I increased for the neckline stitches. I did a row in between there too, so it's a bit lower, because I don't like my jumpers to come up to here. I even prefer it a bit lower than this. I don't like it to come up to here, so I need that to be lower. I might also do only a 4 centimeter rib and not a 5 or 6 as she suggests in the pattern. But I want to do a double folded one. So I love it. I love the color. It fits nicely. It has ease, but not too much. And I'm really keen to see how it looks with the sleeves on. Now it looks a little bit squarey, like just a square. It looks a bit strange to me after all the raglans and the round yoke things. It's very different, but I'm looking forward to this. I also decreased some stitches here, just because I know I have that slim of a waist. It will kind of look, if I don't decrease, it looks like it flares out, which I don't like. So I decreased a bit. I will decrease another, I think, 4 stitches before the ribbing. So it's really nice, and nice and snug there. I like the ribbing to be not like, flaring out somewhere. I want it to be like nice and tight. Yeah, I just love it. I'm looking forward to having this. Now for plans and acquisition, this will be the longest part. I will blend in a video of my yarn advent calendars. The first one was the Bird Street yarns advent calendar. I wish it was autumn every day or something like this was it called. I'm very happy with this one. I'm very thrilled and happy with both of them, obviously. But I love the yarn. I love how nicely it's dyed and how squishy it is. It's so soft and I just love it. It's wonderful. The only thing I might criticize is I will put a picture of the website when I ordered the advent calendar. The title was, as I said, I wish it was autumn every day or something, and they had lovely autumn colored pictures with leaves in all colors and everything. And the actual advent I thought could have been a bit more autumn colored for me. There were a lot of pinks and bright blues and bright purples in it, which is fine. I love the colors. They are wonderfully dyed. It's really, wow, I'm looking forward to knit up those colors. But for an autumn gal lass as I am, I would have wished for a bit more of the orange, red, even maybe green, yellowish tones. It was a lot of blue, which was actually not in the pictures. The pictures were quite autumny, and the colors that actually came were a bit more, I would say, end of autumn, beginning of winter colors for me. But I love them. It's wonderful. I'm looking forward to knitting this up, and I was not sure for a very long time if I wanted to make a jumper or a blanket or something, because there are too many bright colors for my taste for wearing it. I want to do a blanket, and I want to do the Sweet Shop blanket by Laura Penrose. I've seen it a lot, and a lot with calendars, and when she brought it out, I loved it. I said, if I do a blanket, it's this one. It's the perfect blanket for me. I don't like the really hardcore scrappy blankets or kind of temperature blankets, are they called? Like where you have all the yarns going into one another. It's too much for me. It's too wild. It's too unsorted. I don't know. I love quilts and that stuff, and this Sweet Shop blanket looks like a really nice quilted blanket, but knitted. You can add on. It's never finished. You don't kind of have to do a huge stack of squares and then sew them all up together. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and I haven't bought it yet. I will buy it, but I already ordered the contrast color, like the other color. It will be a drops merino yarn in a light beige or something. So I didn't want to have it white. I wanted a light beige to kind of tone the colors down maybe a bit. I'm not sure yet if I will put in all the colors from my advent calendar, because I have the advent calendar of Bird Street yarn was 16 mini skeins of 20 grams and 4 50-gram skeins, and I might do a hat or a mittens or something with 1 or 2 of those, because yeah, it's some nice colors. So I'm not yet sure if all those colors go into the blanket. I have a lot of stash yarn, and I will add in some of my scraps. I have sock yarns, fingering weight scraps which I could help double. I have DK weight scraps in greens and stuff which I can add in. So yeah, I think it will be a nice blanket. I'm going for a lap size blanket, so maybe the rectangular one. But I might add another row or another line on top and on the side, so I'm not having like 48, would have like 56 or something, I counted, squares. It's not a throw, but it's a bit bigger than the lap size blanket, so yeah, we'll see. I ordered more yarn of the contrast color than I needed for the rectangular color, not as much as the throw. It's a drops yarn, I can always order more, and it was a sale. So this yarn is not here yet, it will arrive. Then the second advent was the Scrappy Yarn Advent, organized by the Kraemer. And it was, oh my gosh, this was, I didn't expect much. I was like, yeah, it's just fun. I might get to know another knitter, maybe even a podcaster if it has she or her or he has a podcast. And she really does. It's Christine from Knit and See. Her podcast is in German. But I watched it, and I still am watching it, and I think she was ill too over Christmas or before Christmas, so she told me once that she's behind in opening the advent calendar. So I haven't heard anything yet. I hope she liked mine as well as I liked hers. I was overwhelmed, really. She put in so many lovely hand-dyed yarns of dyers I haven't heard or seen something before. I followed a lot of them on Instagram to get the news, and yeah, I'm sure I will order at some point at some of those. And at the end, she put in 24 little packages and a big gift and additional sweets and stuff. So it was just, thank you again so much, Christine. I'm still overwhelmed, and I might have shed 1 or 2 little tears over your gift. So I'm a very curious one, so I kind of squeezed the gift a bit before, and I was like, yeah, might be a full skein of yarn in there. And I know she gets from her podcast that she got a lot of like subscriptions of yarns, like, you know, every month or 3 months or something for sock yarn, and she didn't put in 1 skein of yarn, she put in 2 full skeins of yarns, and they are so wonderful. So the first one is by Little Bloom Yarn, and I already caked it up. Yeah, here it is. So it is all merino sock yarn, and it's this lovely spring colors. It's like I can feel spring when I see this. It's wonderful. Rose, shades of rose and pinkish and green. These will definitely become some spring kind of socks with a nice pattern, maybe. Maybe I do the Acorns socks again with this yarn. Or just a vanilla sock with a folded cuff, maybe even with and I would really love to have a picot edge on with this yarn. I think it would be so nice. So thank you for this skein. It's called Duckling Gardens from the Prairie Sock Base. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% polyamide, and yeah, Little Bloom yarn. It's gorgeous. And the second, it's just, when I look at it, it's like, oh my gosh, I love it. It's Das Mondschaf, and it's called Pegasus, and it's also 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And look at this beauty. I mean, these colors, browns, pinks, rose, like it's beautiful. A little bit of kind of an olive, dark green, a little beige is in there too. So it's a really, really lovely hand-dyed yarn. And I'm actually thinking about making a Musselburgh hat with this one, because I think this would look quite nice next to my face. Yeah, I just love it that much. I think it's too precious for socks. And I I really wanted a Musselburgh hat for a long time. Is it Musselburgh? Is it Musselburgh? I'm not sure. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. By Ysolda Teague it is, I think. I haven't bought the pattern yet. I'm waiting a bit for pattern sales, but I heard a lot that you can use every yarn with it, and that would be very nice. I would have one hat pattern for all yarns, a go-to pattern. So yeah, I think I will invest in that and do my first one with this yarn. Not sure yet if I buy another, like a more solid yarn in a color that matches, and kind of make a DK weight hat just to dilute it a little bit. I can't do sari, alpaca or mohair because I can't wear that on my face, near my face. It's, well, no. So it might have to be another fingering weight, but if not, I will just take it as a single and love it. Thank you again, Christine. I was overwhelmed when I opened it. It was wonderful. A wonderful gift, Christmas gift. I realized I forgot to tell you what was in the Birthsweet Yarn Advent Calendar, because otherwise than yarn, because it's 20 skeins of yarn in total, so 4, but it was 24 packages. In the first other package was this row counter. Oh gosh, can I? Yeah, here you see, you can kind of click it and it counts the rows, and I adore it. It's so handy. It came in so handy with the stick season. Love it. The second other package was a Yankee candle, tiny one. I put it away somewhere. Yeah, it's over there. So with a Christmassy scent, like cinnamon apple thing. Looking forward to burn this down. The third one was a really lovely bag. It's a bit scrunched up, I'm afraid, with a lovely logo of the Birthsweet Yarn. I really love the floral things here. I already use this a lot, as you can see. It's already dirty, but I love these bags and very handy. And in the fourth was a mixture. There was a wool wash, which I'm very keen to try out. There were some tiny stitch markers, not just one, of course, but like 8 or so of those. And a lovely little label, which says handmade with love, and it's made of, I think it's real leather or fake, no, it's fake leather. Fake leather handmade label, which I already know where I'm putting this, and it's not a garment, because I always cut out all the labels of all my garments. So this is the 2 advents, and with the sock yarn advent from Christine, I will do socks mostly. I might put some of those into my sweet shop blanket. Thanks. So yeah, the sweet shop blanket will be my main project in 2024. I really want to do that, and I have other plans, which includes a Musselburgh hat, which includes some fingerless mitts or even some mittens, some full mittens. I want to do some more socks, of course. I also want to use some of those scrap yarns to do colorwork socks or striped socks or some fun socks. I love them at the moment. And I want to do still my cozy sweater with the yarn that I bought in Scotland, the bulky weight yarn, with this bulky weight yarn from Bump Threads, which is just so lovely, and I want to really have an oversized chill out cardigan like my blue one I have, the first ever raglan I did, and I want to do a raglan too, I think with a v-neck also, because I really like that. It's so cozy at home that I don't have to always wear a scarf. I didn't have to do short rows because of the v-neck, and I bought a black bulky weight yarn to do the ribbings, so I think I'm running a bit short of this yarn, so I bought some black bulky weight yarn to go with it, and yeah, it will be fine. And I think a v-neck raglan eats up less yarn than screw neck or something, so where I have to do short rows, so I can just kind of start the raglan and knit. And yeah, I will do it a bit oversized, not really much oversized, but a bit oversized. And I will not do like the huge sleeves. I will do like a little bit tapered sleeves. So it eats up less yarn indeed. And if I'm running out of yarn, I might do a little stripe somewhere. So this is my winter, one of my main winter projects, together with the MT shawl, Yvonne MT shawl that needs to be finished, and the stick season sweater, which will be finished, I guess, in 1 week or so. I guess I'll make it in 1 week. And then these were my plans. I don't have that much winter plans at the moment, because January will be a very busy month. For me in school, we always have the parent-teacher-children talks about the grades and everything. So I have 2 weeks where I'm really staying in school until late in the evening. So yeah, not too much knitting time there. So I'm not overloading myself with knitting plans here. I just want to do what I feel like doing. And I'm not planning I do Musselburgh hat first and then a sock. And I just do what I want to, basically. Finish the Yvonne MT shawl and then I do what I want to, what I feel like. Maybe 2 things at a time. And the bulky weight sweater, maybe just 1. We will see. No stress, no stress. I got one other knitting related gift for Christmas from my grandma. My grandma turned 92 in December, and she's still fit and healthy and doing very well, living on her own, doing everything on her own. So we're very happy for her about that. And she went and bought me some yarn. She bought me a yarn kit to do some Easter eggs. Now this is a crochet set. She didn't see it properly and she bought it, and it's a crochet set, but I don't mind. I really like the colors. I might just improvise and do knitted eggs. I doubt I will do crochet eggs because I'm not a crocheter. I'm not good at it. It takes me ages. But it's just some cotton strands and from Ricorium DK. So it's lovely springy colors. This one even has a bit of glitter in it. Don't know if I can show you. Here you can see. So it's very nice, and you have kind of ideas on the package and the how to do it inside. But I'm not sure I'm doing this year. I didn't plan on doing like this Easter egg thingy. So yeah, but she got me another package of Ricorium DK yarn. Also spring. It's also cotton yarn, 100% cotton, and it's so many colors. So it's a huge package. So many yarns and lovely colors. And I will use some of those surely to knit something for the babies that are arriving in my friend zone. Well, one of my best friends is pregnant, and I started the crochet blanket. Maybe you remember, I introduced it to you. I'm not sure, episode 4, 5. I started the crochet blanket in a beige and a blue, and I ran out of the blue yarn, and I have some lovely blue yarn here which I might use. I also have some beige yarn, but I have enough of the other. I have another blue yarn which I might use, and I might do actually a little crochet baby blanket because I already have the squares. I will never do a huge blanket for my size. I swayed over to the sweet shop blanket. So I'm still not sure I'm doing the sunflower blanket. I would love to do that. So maybe I'll keep on going with the other one. But the blue and beige one, I think I will do a baby blanket and get crocheting again for the little granny squares so I can put it together. And yeah, I don't need that many more squares, I guess, for a baby blanket. I have to check that, but I think I will be enough. And if I run out of blue, I can always like add in a little yellow or something, another color. So yeah, but there are some lovely greens, whites, rose, everything falls out. So yeah, looking forward to this one, using this, and it's always good to have a little stash of cotton. I love cotton, especially for summer tops and things. And I could totally see myself knitting up a little summer top, because the insides are quite similar. So if I start this one on the outside and this one on the inside, it could match quite nicely. Same with these two, like the green ends almost on this brown one, so I kind of have the possibility to do a fade or something. So yeah, we'll see if I use some of those for knitting something summery. I will definitely have to buy another set of the 4mm Knit Pro needles, because silly me managed to break the second one by leaning on it with my knee, this time not with my elbow. And it's always the needles on the Yvonne MT shawl. I don't know if this is a sign that I should stop knitting it. No, I'm not. Despite everything, despite breaking 2 needles, I will keep on knitting this thing until it's finished. But I will buy another second set of the 4mm. I really use them a lot. So these are my acquisitions, which were actually all gifts, and my plans for this winter, the rest of the winter that is left to come. And then in February, I'm looking forward to do some spring knitting and inviting spring into my life and get to all the lovely springy colors. And yeah, already I'm thinking about what I could do for spring knitting, but that's for a later video. Now, it's only one thing left. Thank you for watching this episode. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and you can find me on Ravelry as Eillets and on Instagram as knitting_Eillets. Thank you so much for your support. I'm really looking forward to this first full year of knitting podcast. My anniversary will be somewhere end of May. I have to check when I release the first episode, end of May, beginning of June. I'm just happy that I can share my knitting with you. So enjoy the start of the new year. Still keep it easy a bit. It's still a new year. Goodbye with these words, and hopefully see you next time.